ground game to contend with Mitchell. Coming up next, David Mitchell squares off against TJ Waldburger. Ultra impressive 11-0 in his mixed martial arts career, two-time Gracie Open champion. 9 of his 11 wins have come by submission. Training under David Terrell, former UFC top middleweight contender, David Mitchell is set to make his UFC debut.
I love when we have debut versus debut. I think it's so important. You know, these guys, it's so difficult for them to really show their true skills the first time in the octagon. Just enormous magnitude of the moment. And both these guys, David Mitchell and TJ Waldburger tonight, get the opportunity to do it together, and I think that's great. Mitchell being trained by David Terrell, you know he's going to have some nasty jiu-jitsu. David Terrell, before he ever fought in MMA, was known as a jiu-jitsu phenom, and I guarantee you David Mitchell has some very well-honed ground skills coming into this fight.
In a lot of ways, these two men, in addition to making their debuts tonight, which is equal, Joe, they're mere images. Primarily, they like their submission game, both well-rounded, but they like to go for submissions, and it'll be interesting to see if that counters each other tonight and gives us a little stand-up battle.
And they both have a good number of fights. David Mitchell coming in 11-0, TJ Waldburger 12-5, so both guys got plenty of experience.
TJ's on a 3-fight win streak as he enters the UFC. 10 of his 12 wins by submission, including victories over UFC veterans Pete Spratt and Brian Foster. He's also fought Josh Neer. Waldburger and Mitchell should be a good matchup tonight.
Well, just that experience you just talked about right there. Josh Neer, Pete Spratt, Brian Foster, that's huge. That is gigantic coming into the octagon. To have those experiences, gone through them, learn from the events, that's going to really help him tremendously tonight.
Waldburger, born in Temple, Texas, fighting out of Belton, Texas. So the crowd here in Austin will be supportive of their own from the Lone Star State, TJ Waldburger. Just 22 years old, turned professional at age 17. So both of these men have been professional fighters for about 5 years. They meet at a perfect time in their MMA career. Both are purple belts. Both, as I mentioned earlier, have primarily won by submission. Neither wants to not have his arm raised in victory here tonight. Our tale of the tape for this matchup this evening from the Frank Irwin Center in Austin, Texas. 22-year-old TJ Waldburger, 8 years younger than David Mitchell. Everything else is virtually identical. With the introductions, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a Brazilian jiu-jitsu fighter holding a perfect professional record, 11 wins, no losses. Standing 6 feet tall, weighing in at 170.5 pounds. Fighting out of Santa Rosa, California, David "Dowdy" Mitchell. And now introducing his opponent. Fighting out of the red corner, a freestyle fighter holding a professional record, 12 wins, 5 losses, 75 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 171 pounds. Fighting out of Belton, Texas, TJ Waldburger. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is John Shorley.
John Shorley, our referee. The beautiful Ariani, Sean Della. Great to be here tonight, Frank Irwin Center on the campus of the University of Texas.
Son? You ready? Fight!
And here we go. Green trunks for Mitchell, black trunks for Waldburger.
Nice
good leg kick.
Very nice. And Mitchell's got a grab on him. Look at this, drops down for a Kimura, uses it as a sweep, and he's on top. Very impressed so far with TJ.
Good shots from the top.
Mitchell working his guard. Looking for some submissions.
This pro-Texas crowd.
Look out for the leg. Mitchell's going to try to get that heel hook.
Going after it early, Joe.
Both men stuck in a position. They're both going after techniques. Mitchell pushing down on that foot. Looking for a toe hold here, Mike. Not exactly sure what he's trying to do, but he's caught a toe hold himself. This is an interesting little game of footsie these guys are playing. Mitchell is setting up. Dave Terrell is very well known for his leg locks. And Mitchell appears to be trying to set one up as well. This is a weird situation because they're both attacking, but they both have to defend at the same time.
And they continue to battle from this position, Joe.
Yeah, Mitchell's trying to tie that leg down, and he's trying to turn it into a heel hook. And he got rolled over and swept, but he's still... There he goes.
Little chest match early.
And TJ looking to pass here, lands a nice elbow.
Waldburger with some shots from the top here in round one.
Mitchell's going to try to work for an omoplata, Mike, or perhaps a gogoplata if he can contain that arm, and he cannot. And Waldburger on top.
North-south and spinning.
He's got his back. He's got one hook. He's got a both.
Second. A lot of time
Mitchell
remains.
gives up the mount to get out of that position.
Waldburger.
He's taking some shots. He takes the arm.
Looking to finish it up.
Waldburger locked on that arm. That's very tight. Mitchell trying to defend. Very nice. Very nice defense.
So Mitchell gets out of trouble here.
And you know what? That was some sweet technique by Waldburger, the way he spun on that arm.
Well, we said they were mirror images of each other, and man, what a chess match with the submission game early. Good
Mitchell
round
back
for
to his
TJ
feet.
Waldburger. Trying to get control on
Very
top now
nice.
is Mitchell.
Look at that, and rolled over. Mitchell again working for that omoplata. He pulls it across. He's not hugging the leg though, and that's why that arm can get out. Gogoplata though. Now TJ's in trouble. With that foot under his neck, he's in trouble. Now he's out. Very nicely done. Good defense and awareness by TJ Waldburger.
And both men going after multiple submission attempts here in the first round. Back up to his feet. Good pace set by Waldburger here in round one. Mitchell's been able to match it.
He's going to drag him down. There he goes. Waldburger very close to him. Look at this weird thing he's doing here. He's got side control. He's holding on the arm, and he let it go. What he was trying to do there was he was committing to that triangle. Man, they are just exchanging positions back and forth. And he's going to turn into an omoplata. Omoplata, he's got that. And Mitchell's going to try to stay on top of him here. Oh, rolled over. Very nicely done. And Mitchell in this position is going to try to lock up an arm or something as TJ comes down to engage.
Big
TJ
shot.
lands a big shot there.
Joe, this has been a round of constant transitions and submission attempts.
Yeah, but TJ seems to be getting the better of it.
TJ's landed strikes like that from the top.
Yeah, he's landed the better strikes.
Came back in quickly.
And he had a very close near armbar as well. Damn.
Another big shot. Mitchell pushes him away for now. 30 seconds.
This is a grueling first round for a debut, Mike.
Good knee from Mitchell.
He's going to try to drop him again the same way he did the first. And he rolls over, go to a late, gave up position though. Mounts.
Elbows. Big ones.
Oh.
Round's going to come to conclusion.
Baby. Okay. Hey, you won that round. His jiu-jitsu wasn't all that, baby. Here, take a drink. Now, let's go back. use a little bit of the boxing, okay? Let's keep him out, wear him down, okay? Because he's desperate to get you to the ground. That's all he's got is jiu-jitsu, okay? Remember, if he brings that over, don't push the foot down.
What an action-packed first round, Mike. Let's take a look at this Kimura sweep that TJ landed. Look at that. Went for the Kimura, used it to sweep, wound up on top, landed some big ground and pound. This is the end of the round, or excuse me, no, this is where he went for the armbar. Went from the back, beautiful transition to the armbar, and it was a very tight armbar. Mitchell really showed his experience and defense in getting out of that. Very impressed by TJ Waldburger. Great first round.
Waldburger's corner said, let's utilize our boxing a bit.
Hold on.
Keep them honest before we get into a jiu-jitsu matchup.
Fight.
Waldburger in the black trunks, Mitchell in the green trunks. Both men making their UFC debut. Mitchell unbeaten 11-0 in his MMA
Gets
career.
taken down, Mitchell on top.
Mitchell was ready, Joe.
Mitchell looking for a guillotine, Mike. Lost it. He's trying to go for a Kimura on the left arm. As Waldburger tries to sweep, he's going to try to grab that Kimura. See how his arm is laced underneath it?
I'll let go of the fence.
He's still going for that Kimura, but Waldburger very aware. Stays on top. Keeps his arm tight to his body to defend. Puts his arm down, his leg down, rather, on the arm of Mitchell, and he's out of it. And he would be able to turn that into an armbar, Mike. What is an overcommitted Kimura becomes a deep armbar, a deep hook for an armbar for your opponent. Mitchell knows that his arm's in jeopardy, and that's one of the reasons why he was locking his legs around the head of Waldburger.
Waldburger just 22 years old. Mitchell with a good up kick. And working from the bottom.
Good hammer fist from the bottom by Mitchell. Just keeping him honest. Those have
he's
some
throwing
power
some
to him.
serious hammer fists from the bottom.
And he's attacking the leg again. He's got to be careful of his own leg trap there, and keeps weight on it for defense. And he uses it to drop him down. And then TJ still on the bottom. TJ didn't really explode out of that position, Mike. Perhaps slowing down a bit because of the pace of this fight.
TJ came out at a really high pace, Joe.
And Mitchell just slid the leg through there. He's got to be careful he doesn't get rolled over, and he does.
Don't grab the shorts.
He was off balance there, Mike. It was pretty obvious.
Mitchell seeing if he can set up a submission.
Well, Mitchell's on the bottom here, Mike, inside control. There's really nothing he's got there. Waldburger, though, as he's going for this, he's got the Von Flue choke. He's trying to get his head out here. Mitchell's holding onto his head. I'm kind of surprised that he's keeping this position.
And he gives it up. You're really just about to
Mount.
Waldburger able to transition again.
And Mitchell rolls over. And Waldburger will go for the arm. That left arm of Mitchell. He's going to go for it, Mike. And there he goes. Spider
Trying to set it up. Can he finish it here? Waldburger.
Mitchell knows his stuff, man. Mitchell knows his defense. And he's using it to wind up on top. Oh, he's punching him in the butt.
Whatever works.
I've never seen that before. The crowd did not like it. It was not an illegal technique. He wasn't going for the groin.
Just trying to soften him up and get in a better position.
He's going to use that to sweep him. Again, Mitchell, going for legs.
Mitchell very comfortable on his back.
Yes, he is. And he's very comfortable going for leg locks, Mike.
Up kick. Oh, big right hand.
Mitchell rolling underneath is going to again try to track the leg. He's got to be very careful, Waldburger does, of that left leg.
The corner of TJ Waldburger.
Look at this. This is a tangle.
Very evenly matched like we anticipated coming in.
Again, attacking legs. This is the second or third time we've seen both of these guys in this position.
Kind of a 50-50 guard here, Joe. Oh, look at that.
That's not legal.
Watch that foot.
Yep. Can't go to the head. But still they continue to battle in this position. How does one man get an advantage when they're going back and forth like this,
Well,
Joe?
they have to get the leverage and lock on the submission. Right now, Waldburger's in the best spot, and he let it go. He had a good straight ankle lock position that he could have possibly turned into a heel hook. Mitchell got back up, but Waldburger immediately turned it around, and he's on top again. Waldburger is the one who seems to be able to control the positions better, Mike, and seems to be able to reverse position better. Big shot by TJ.
And he's opened up a bit. Round 2.
Time.
He already wants to now.
Sit down, you want to stand up. Big lunge, big
Take your mouthpiece out. Come on. You gotta let it hang out, okay? You understand that? Let's go. Don't show him that. Come on. Be a good actor. Come on. You're in amazing shape. This guy's just as tired as you, okay?
Get up and stay on top. Okay? His jiu-jitsu can't beat yours. You've already proven you're the better jiu-jitsu guy. But play a smart game. Okay? Don't do anything
TJ
crazy.
Waldburger
Okay?
again getting a very close submission attempt. He will go for things, Mike. He doesn't just try to hold position. He's attacking. And here he attacks the left arm of Mitchell.
Seconds out. Still with me, 11-0?
Wasn't able to finish it.
Last
but
round.
pretty close.
Last round.
Well, the impressive part of both of these men in their UFC debuts is they've continued to push the pace. A lot of it's been on the ground, but as you said, Joe, they're looking for constant finishes.
This has been the difference, though, is TJ's ability to control where the fight ends up and reverse it if he gets into a bad spot. Mitchell has not really shown that ability
Watch
yet.
the feet.
And again, north-south. Side control.
He's had the mount a couple of times.
Well, let's
as
see
Waldburger.
now that they're in the third round. He's won the first 2 rounds probably, most likely. Now that they're in the third, let's see if he decides to control the position more and just wear on him. Instead of constantly attacking for submissions and losing positions.
Takes his back.
Oh. He took his back and he protected the arm at the same time, Mike. He trapped that left arm.
Looking to finish.
He's got the rear naked.
Waldburger wants this.
He doesn't have it correct, though. He's got to get that right arm behind the head.
Mitchell with the punch. Trying to fight through this choke attempt.
Mitchell is very experienced, Mike. Waldburger's going to have to get that right hand behind the head to really get him.
The cut on the
He's
bridge of the
sneaking it
nose.
back there. He's trying to sneak that hand behind the head. It's hard with these gloves. And he let it go.
Nicely done, David Mitchell.
And notice how when he knew he was going to have to let it go, he transitioned right away into full mount, avoiding Mitchell spinning and winding up in his guard. Oh,
Big shots
from TJ.
He's displayed some vicious ground and pound.
He's giving up his back again.
Mitchell with that cut on the bridge of the nose, Joe, and it's really opened up here in the third round.
Last round, fellas. Last round.
3:15 now remains in the fight.
But David Mitchell's in a tough spot, Mike. And he's doing it again. He goes to that arm bar, and as he goes for it, he traps the arm. See how he's doing that with his left leg, a la BJ Penn. BJ loves that technique. Traps the arm and only gives him one to defend against. And Mitchell's sneaking out, and Mitchell's attacking a leg again.
Mitchell's gone after that leg continuously.
Yeah, he's going for a toe hold here.
Waldburger seems unaffected. And he's going to better his position again.
Mitchell's taking some big, deep breaths, Mike. He is exhausted. Oh, and TJ's bombing.
Huge elbows.
And the round's only halfway done.
Oh, my goodness.
This might be it. This might be it. TJ's really getting off here.
Another big shot.
And he takes him down as well.
Mitchell still hanging in.
Yeah, credit to Mitchell for his heart, because TJ's hit him with some big shots in this round. And he's still fighting.
Mitchell's still throwing those hammer fists from the bottom.
What a pace this fight has been fought at.
And it started exactly as it's going right now, Joe, with Waldburger and Mitchell back and forth. Waldburger throwing big ground and pound. But Mitchell, like you said, continues to try to work from the bottom.
Yeah, he's never given up, but he has not come close to catching anything yet.
Another up kick. 90 seconds remain.
Mitchell takes a chance and tries to get to his feet, but Waldburger immediately jumps on top of him. He's pushing down that leg, looking to pass, and does. And again, that arm bar. He wants to go for that arm bar on that left arm of Mitchell as Mitchell commits to the Kimura. When you commit to a Kimura, we saw it in George St. Pierre versus Matt Hughes, the first fight. George St. Pierre went for a Kimura, committed to it. Matt Hughes used that position to reverse it and get an arm bar on him.
Under a minute on the clock.
It's
Third and final round.
It's a classic counter move. And Waldburger loves it, apparently. And again, on top, passes, side control.
Trying to secure a win in his UFC debut. TJ Waldburger on the mount.
Man.
Again. He's had the full mount 3-4 times, Joe.
You know what I like about this kid, too? He doesn't just have the mount. He's looking to finish. He's always looking to get an armbar, get a submission, pound him out. He doesn't just try to hold on. He's got the leg across the body, which leads me to believe he's going to go for the body triangle now.
10 seconds.
Full mount again.
Again. He's going to finish with ground and pound.
Boy, he finished strong, Mike. Fantastic final round for TJ Waldburger. What a debut. And, you know, here we see TJ Waldburger spinning around, taking the back and trapping that arm at the same time, working very hard for the rear naked choke, but unfortunately for him was not able to get that right arm behind the head, which is crucial to leverage, but used the position to wind up mounting, always controlled the position, was always in the best spots, landed big shots at the end, and really, really finished strong in that final round, Mike.
Very dominant in the third and final round was Waldburger. Let's find out who has won this fight with the official decision. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score this contest 30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, TJ Waldburger.
Successful in his home state in his UFC debut. Here's Joe.
All right, I'm here with Texas' own TJ Waldburger. What a debut. Man, really fantastic control on the ground. And what I really loved about this fight, you just kept going for stuff over and over and over again, went for submissions.
Yeah, man, Dave Mitchell, great fight, dude. You're a tough opponent. I want to give all the glory to God, first of all. I wouldn't be here without him.
Congratulations, man. Awesome debut. Can't wait to see you again. TJ Waldburger, ladies and gentlemen.
A winner here at home, TJ Waldburger.